Good afternoon. It is October 1st, noontime. My walls look a little yellowy. I think my other ones were whitish. But I'm sitting here on my couch and I am surrounded by boxes. I'm slowly taking them apart. I'm trying to find my kitchen stuff first, but they seem to be the first that were loaded. So now they're at the back of the wall. I have one. I found another. Oh no, this one's the bathroom. You're up against my kitchen, I think, where all my plates are. And yeah, I have a bunch of boxes that I've been staring at all around me. But slowly. So I'm Cindy the crocheter, eh? And yes, this is a crochet. I took time so I could wash myself a dishcloth because mine need washing, and I don't know where my other ones are if I have any. So I need a washcloth so I can, rinse off my dishes and plates and stuff that have been in the boxes. Most of them are clean, some of them are not. So yay! Well, the dish parts are. The cups, some of them need a little washing, but I'm just staring out my window, and I see a lot of yellow trees. Woohoo! So I would like to welcome you. I'm going to try and make this short because I don't know how long it's going to upload. So I'll give you a little background. The last time I left you, I was moving on the 29th. But Monday, I received a phone call to let me know that the moving company is wanting to pick up my items tomorrow or the next day. And then on the 28th, they would like to drop everything off at my place, my new place. So I'm like, freak out zone, because me and Darla had planned to hopefully get cleaning done on the day they're now picking up my stuff. So Darla was kind enough to postpone one or two of her videos she was going to make on Monday to come and help me. Sarah needed to get some schooling done, which I understand because it was due that day. So I'm like, go for it. So me and Darla, I don't know how we did it, but we got the remaining stuff that I wanted them to take. And they ended up not taking some of my stuff anyways because they were following the list, but I made sure to follow the list too. So they should have taken some items. Thankfully, Darla and Darla's husband and Sarah packed my van of the items that were still remaining. And yeah, bless my helpers. I know I call them helpers, but helpers / friends. And so thankfully I contacted Darla in the morning time, and she's like, yep, sure. So she did another 1 to 8, 1:30ish to 8. And we ended up, and I got to be blessed by seeing Karen, Let's Stitch and Makeup. So she came to visit me in between what she needed to do during that day. So thank you, Karen. Okay, what else? So basically, the only beef I have about my movers is the time. I find if you're going to quote me 1 to 3, then show up. Don't show up. No, first, I called them at 2, and the guy said, well, the movers will get a hold of you. That was at 2. So around 4 o'clock, 4:30ish, I finally got the phone call, and they said, we decided to go between 5:30 to 6:30 in case we have to park beside Pembina Highway. I moved my van, and they used the parking lot. Anyways. So I took a nap. Thankfully, the people who said they would show up showed up when they said they would. So I got my medical stuff removed, And then after the medical stuff we moved, my friend's husband came to pack some of the stuff that I needed in my van, because I knew they weren't going to do it themselves because it wasn't on the list. And he threw out pretty much all the garbage. When the movers eventually showed up and started moving and stuff like that, I found a few items that I'm like, dang it. I knew I wanted him to take care of, but it slipped my mind. So thankfully, Darla and Sarah were able to throw out stuff for me. And so, yeah, 27th, they showed up eventually. And why I thought, I don't know, I guess it's just out of respect, you know? So anyways, they moved my stuff. They almost forgot the bed frame. So I ran them down and said, take my bed frame, you know? So they did. And when he left, I had to go to the bathroom. And then when I was done, I went to check out all the rooms. And lo and behold, the stuff that I packed this morning, which I had 15 bags from the list. And I'm pretty sure I have like 50 boxes to the T. But maybe they considered a box when I considered it something else. I'm not sure. I just got to pause it for 1 second. Okay. I'm thinking sometimes I have to wait for it to start going the minutes, because I find if I start right away after I unpause, it doesn't record some of my stuff. So anyways, because of the way it worked out, I had no choice but to come back on the 29th. My faithful friends and helpers came to help me on the 29th, Darla and Sarah. And so I ended up, after they got all packed, I grabbed Autumn. She has been in the cage for a couple of hours now. So my stuff was already there. I think I had to take Autumn in one bag. And then I went. I think I left after I gassed and grabbed some McDonald's. And I believe it took me, I think I left about 8:30ish. And I made the 5 hours in the dark. Not too bad, except the dingbats who enjoy leaving their brights on as you pass them. I even had near the end, it was funny because I was chatting with my sister just to let her know, hey, I'm at this place and such, and we were talking about the same subject about how some people think you still have your brights on. And so they shut them off finally. But then just as you pass, they flick the brights so it shines in your eyes. And yeah, I said, yeah, I know, I hate that because it's just dumb. It's just dumb. And so, yeah, sure enough, I had an idiot like that. He thought I had brights on, so I'm assuming it's a he. Apologize, I know there are girls like that. And so, anyways, they flicked, so I flicked as soon as he flicked. And I'm like, I hope I got that brightness in that person's eyes. I'm like, how rude. I didn't even have my brights on. Anyways, so that's the lowdown. So I came back on the 29th. I got up about 6:30ish. No, about 6:20. Did my things that I needed to do, and I was out the door. Very nice traveling, except one point. There's a section where you need to go 80 because it's a residential reserve. And so so I was going down 80, and it was the last stretch of the 80. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, these two dogs ran right across the highway, Thank goodness they continued running, and I was slow enough that they ended up not getting hit. Otherwise, if that black dog stopped to stare, I knew I would have hit the dog. So, and then about 2 feet over, or I don't know my measurements, but there was a third dog just barking at those dogs. So, but it was safe travels. I made it in for 11:30, gassed up, went to the bathroom. My family gave me a list of stuff they would like at Bulk Barn, so I went and I talked to the lady and I said, I'm looking for this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And so she's like, yep, that aisle, this aisle over here. I basically just had to make a circle of the aisle because the items were there and then the items were in the middle aisle, and so, yep. However, I did pick up myself some big foot. Oops. This is the sour ones. I also have the red ones. And if you've never tried them, they are, this one's nice. It's not too soury, but it has a nice taste to it. And the other one, I shouldn't be doing that. Now I'm going to be eating in your face. And then, the red ones taste like Swedish berries. Okay, I'm sorry. I took it out and I just put it on my paper bag here. Oh, it is a little sour, but it's sweet. So I picked up myself some chewy candies and some other things. And so after that, I scooted over to grab Darla. We got our fuel from Timmy's, and then we made it just about 2:30-ish. And I got into emptying out my fridge, keeping what I want to keep. I even downsized because I just fit it in one tiny blue cooler, all of my deep freeze and my other stuff. I even got rid of some deep freeze stuff because it was freezer burn and I got sick off of one of the meats. So I just kept a few frozen items. And so about 10 minutes later, Sarah made her bus and booted it in here, and we chatted for probably 10-20 minutes, but we went hardcore right to the very end at 7:30. I think we took a couple of breaks, so we each kind of just did whatever we thought we could, Each one was equally helping out. Even I, scrubbed that toilet till it was like pristine, almost, not so much the middle. It was hard to get around in the corners and stuff, but it was looking very nicely. The guy eventually came, checked the toilets and all this other stuff. By that time, Darla left, and I said my goodbyes to her. And then the keys were given. I had to sign, give them my new address, which it's in the About page now. Cindy's got a P.O Box. 205 is my P.O Box. Anyways. And so once that was given, he gave us my paper, and all I saw was good on it. So I probably will get it back, but it's going to go back into rent anyway, so it's not really mine. And after that, my friend, who I've known for quite a while now, I met her at my work, and I will miss her. I did shed a few tears once I knew she was grabbing 2 of my wooden chairs and my lawn chair, because I no longer need a lawn chair. I have my walker that I use, because, oh my goodness, I'm glad I had the walker, because I can put the stuff on easily and wheel it to my room. But I am finding I did have to take a day rest. I was able to get one load from my van because I needed cleaning supplies. I needed my dish soap and stuff. So my knees were like cracking. My ankle has not stopped cracking. So, um, so yes, I said my goodbyes to my friend once. And like I said, I shed a little tears when that happened. But we had a good talk. We talked, I was telling them how sad I'm seeing all these road kills, and stuff like that. And Deborah's like, yeah, I know. Oh, well, you know her name now. Such is life. You don't know her last name, so it's okay. But she was saying, yeah, circle of life. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's just sad seeing them there. So I said goodbye to her, gave her a big hug. I can see her probably coming out in the summertime because around here there's lots of lakes, lots of fun stuff. So, and then I dropped off Sarah. I treated her to a strawberry milkshake as a thank you, and I treated myself to one and some food. And I said goodbyes to her, and hopefully she rested, and hopefully she got her schooling finished in time. And then I wanted to leave around 9 o'clock. I left probably a little after 9-ish. But then I went on the road, and by then, you got to remember, I've been up since 6:30. And I'm still trying to recover from the night before because Autumn would not sleep when I got to my mom's place the night that I had to wait for my stuff the next day. So I was not rested. My paranoia was big on. I wasn't tired, but when it's dark and you only have limited stuff to see, and things seem to appear that aren't appearing, and not only that, because it was such a beautiful day, and then it dropped so much, the mist was coming off of the water that I would pass and stuff, and it would whoosh all of a sudden that you couldn't see because of the fog, and then it would fog up the window instantly. So here I'm going and doing the wipers, and then turning the, turning the window so that cool air would come. That sometimes worked, and when it didn't, I put the heat up, and I was on the off and on. And I'm titling this, Cindy is never going to do night driving again. No, I'm not going to. I'm done with night driving. Just before, there's a stretch we call the Narrows. And there's a marsh on both sides. I unfortunately, out of nowhere, did not see it till it was too late. I killed a Mr. Skunky. Yeah, I know I'm smiling and that, but I'm just like, my friend's talk was, it happens. And I'm just like, of course I shed a tear. I said, God, please, hopefully that animal was part of your plan, and you're wanting me to help provide food for your other animals. And I just was the vehicle to hit the poor thing. I do feel bad. I do feel bad. Honestly, I do. But I guess my stress relief is just I have to chuckle and roll it off my shoulders and not just go too deep and depressed about that. So yeah, and it did spray, I think, because I did smell some faintness of skunk as I was driving. And so after that, I was paranoid. Paranoid kicked in. I don't know if anybody on the highway has these little yellow lines. I think we all do. Dash lines, but they also have these little square blocks sometimes. Oh, I was paranoid. Every once in a while I would think it was something. The black stuff that from oil or tire streaks. It would catch in the corner of my eye, and I was paranoia. Oh, I was paranoid animals were going to come out again. And probably about 5 minutes later, I seen at the corner of my eye another skunk. But thankfully, this skunk was like, you just saw the tail end of the butt going into the bush. And I'm like, you're lucky, skunk. And then, unfortunately, it was the day Cindy decided to kill any roadkill coming her way. So everything was good. Like, my paranoia got to the point when I had to do some wipers. And I was listening to, I think, Black Eyed Peas. Tonight's the night. We're going to have a good time or something. Or maybe it was a different song. I can't remember. But the way the wipers were moving, they were squeaking. But I thought someone was shouting for me outside. I could hear, ah, ah. And then I realized, oh, it's the wipers. I'm telling you, I was still with it, but I was getting there. I was pushing it. So by the end, my last stretch of the road, when I turn off a Dauphin, I got to go a bit before I turn from just leaving Dauphin to get to Minitonas. I passed Pine River and Ethelbert. And between Ethelbert and Cowan, I don't know. Please let me know. I'm thinking it was a family of raccoons. Because I only think raccoons, they walk in a line, right? And they have like big butt and stuff like that. Well, guess who decided to hit one? No, I didn't want to decide to hit another animal. 2 in one night. Oh my goodness. But again, this time I'm going 100. I see them. I can't stop. I can't swerve because there are 4 of them and they're all in one line. They were so big. It came from one to the other end. So if I swerved, I could have probably knocked all 3 of them. So I just braced myself and just head on. I don't know if it was. I don't stop for animals. All I know is those 3 things would have attacked me if I went to check. And I don't think I have any damage out of either one of them. But after that, I was like, no, Cindy, you are not going to do any more night driving. Whether you are fully awake, whether you want to get anywhere, no. I'm done. Between killing animals, that it will be a memorable journey that I will never forget, because that was going to be my last stump up, because I probably won't visit Winnipeg until like spring or summertime. And then another one is, it's the day I went all out. So yeah, my bucket list of roadkill that I killed is stacking up, but nothing to be proud about, honestly. And so, after that, I can't even remember. I'm still not to Cowan. Cowan is my mark where I know a half an hour, 20 minutes, I'll be home free. So probably maybe 10 or 20 minutes after that, I'm glad I wasn't the one who hit this animal, but in between the medium line, there was a half-body headed deer. And once I saw that, then I would probably say maybe 30 seconds of seeing the body. You could see like parts and stuff. I think I saw like an organ and everything. And my first thoughts were, oh, thank goodness I'm not the only killer on the road tonight. Honestly, that was my first thought. As bad as that sounds, it comforted me to know, I know what happens to other people, but um, yeah. First time I hit the porcupine, it did damage on my thing, and all I can remember is seeing the quills going up my thing, and that bothered me tons, tons, tons. But like my friend said earlier, I just had to keep and think, you know what? There are animals who will be eating this, who need to eat as well, and this is one way for them to eat. So, yeah. So I'm never gonna drive in the nighttime. Long haul driving. Of course, if I'm in Swan River and 10 minutes here and there, yeah, I will do that, but not a long haul drive. No. No, 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 no. But that is my story. So yeah, most of you thought I was moving on the 29th, but no. I moved 2 days earlier. Everything worked out. I have to say my friends who have helped me along this journey, and all of those of you who are watching this journey and been thinking of me and praying for me, I appreciate that, because without everyone, I would have been a freakazoid, and I wasn't. I never really had much anxiety, and I know that my friends were hurting. Like, not hurting as in like crying, but like they put a lot of work into helping me move, and I don't think I can ever repay them back, but I will try. And I understand they're just saying, we're doing this out of the kindness of our heart. And oh, and another thing is, I still had yarn. There was still yarn. So I gave one of each. By this time, Darla spoke up. I want the yarn. Okay. But yeah, so that is my story. So I've been here for 2 full nights. And I'm going to link this link below, because I don't know if Autumn thinks she has rights to go through my door to exit my apartment, but she's been very vocal for the past 2 days. So I found Cat Lullaby. They play the same tune of pianos, but they add the purring of a cat, and I just play it. It calms me down and I fall asleep. And I notice that as soon as I play that, it calms Autumn down to the point where she'll come back to bed and then she's just quiet. So, and it only plays for an hour, but I'll try and remember to link that down. But I've been here. I've unpacked maybe a couple of boxes. I'm just slowly, I think I said in the beginning, trying to get my kitchen and stuff done. But other than that, it's moving along. I don't know when this will get uploaded, but that is my journey. I am here. I'm unpacking. And I think the only thing that I need to do now is change my license addresses and get my pills transferred over here, and all the nitty gritties of I'm no longer there type thing. Here's my new address. So yeah, but I hope you have a wonderful start to your October. It is actually nice and sunny compared to yesterday. My body feels functionable now, and not like my brain is going to lose it like yesterday and the other day. So I am going to finish unpacking. I have already unpacked a box, and it's drying right now. So that was my excuse to watch a movie and crochet. And so, oh yeah, I need a muffin. Darla, I finally ate that muffin. 2-day-old muffin, but it tastes really fresh. So that was my brunch. And so I'm going to move this box to the bathroom, move my second box to the kitchen, And maybe, oh, look at that. I see a second person after 2 days of being here. Look at that. Yeah, actually, Autumn was cuddling me today, and we were just sitting. I was watching a movie, and I was just looking outside, and then a white vehicle passed, which is very rare. And then Autumn's like, "What was that? What was that?" And I'm like, "I know, Autumn. You're not used to seeing so less of vehicles." So, anyways, I hope you all have a good day. I do have some going away gifts from the YouTubers, and one of them you already probably have seen during the live I did, but I want to respect all of the thoughtfulness that each of the YouTubers gave me, and so that will be my next video, and pretty soon I will do a scanning of my little cute little apartment. So you take care, and yeah, talk to you later. This is I Love You for those of you who may be new and not knowing what I'm doing when I do this. So, yeah. And I guess I should have said grab a tea, but maybe you already know to have your drink or crochet knitting stuff ready to listen to me gab. All right, take care all, and have a very, very blessed day. And I just appreciate all of you. I really do. And I'm giving you my ragged, clean, furry look. Anyways, take care, take care, take care. I'll try and link all the people I've mentioned.